The guy's being stubborn here. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take our arm, we're gonna drive it under here, and here's where we're gonna drive him down back. I have decided to get my shoulder buried in this space here. I'm gonna walk you through it. I cut my hand through, I drive him down. He goes back to his knees, so I go the other way with my arm. I then darce to that side and fall with my head, with his head in the back of my chest. And then I Homer Simpson run at him. It's a counter situation. You with me?
I don't know this.
Really?
Yeah. I'll do it.
No. So what's gonna happen is, I turtle, I'm trying to get away from the guy. He gets under there, he drives me down. He thinks he's gonna go tighten the darce, so I come back up. He drives the other hand through. Stop, come back up top. He drives the other hand through, so that his elbow is almost pointing down. He darces it, and here's the most important part. You see how my head is gonna be in the back of his chest, and he drops to the ground. Boom. He pushes his chest forward and rubs it. It's really, now, the finish is a really strange feeling because you're gonna go like this with your chest. And what that does, it pushes the guy's face, it clogs his esophagus. It's a breather, it's a breath one as well as a blood one if he gets it deep enough. Do you see it again? Doing it again. So we're here, he gets to the side, I'm pushing away, he gets the power half, but I still got to scramble, so I come back up. He drives his hand through, drops down. Oh. Huh?
He's just saying it's a crank.
It's a crank?
It's a straight strain. Your head's getting cranked to the side.
No, not at all.
That's why his face is all red.
So what happens? The guy's here, he turtles, he's got jam, no problem. I drop my shoulder in this thing. You see what I'm doing? I cut my hand across, power half. Drive him down, boom. He comes back up to his knees because he's got scramble. My hand goes to the other side. I go like this, I go here. Now watch my chest, guys. See what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's not a neck crank. Well, I can see how it might look like one.
From out there, it would have to look like
Yeah.
a
When your head goes like this and he starts running at your feet. Now here's the mistake that everybody that tries to do this makes, guys. They fall and there's this little thing, there's a jiu-jitsu thing that happens here. I have to twist my body to his head. Remember when you do this thing? Justin does this really well. When you fall, you gotta let your body go kind of smooth around or shift around. If his head's not here, you're not gonna get this. You wind up off to the side, oh, why can't I finish it? Because this is the position you're finishing at. Okay? Let's try it, we'll detail it out. What makes it so weird and so effective is you can hit this in a few different places. You can hit it almost like an anaconda. But what makes it surprising to the guy is that you're shooting it off one of his counters. And what we call chain jiu-jitsu. When we put moves together, that's what we did last week when we did that the arm and guillotine into the darce, right? Because it's a surprise to the guy, he's not expecting it. So we're here. Now guys, when you grab this under here, unless you got super long arms, man, get on your side. Drive into him. Look how far back my hand is on his head now. I don't have gigantically long arms. And now when I take this hand through, I'm cutting right in the back of his head, and my knuckles are gonna be right in the back of his head. That's where I grab my hand. I don't want it here, I don't want it here. I want my knuckles in the back of his head. Now I'm pulling him right toward me now. Boom! And I'm driving him. He immediately comes up, and my arm runs right through to the other side. I lock my darce in. I can lift a little and turn this direction. You see where his head is? My darce is up in the air, not on the ground. My darce is up in the air. Watch his face. It's the chest. Now what happens is counterintuitive to your brain, because when you put your chest forward, it's going to seemingly loosen your darce. But what I'm doing is I'm crushing his esophagus and cutting off his air. I'm here, chest forward, and he's tapping before I even start to run at him. And the thing that a lot of guys do is they just don't put their chest forward. Do it to me so you see what I'm talking about. So I'm turtled, he goes under there, I'm stopping him. I'm not gonna let him, so get on your hip. Yes, I can't stop him now. He drives me forward. You know what, screw you, I'm getting up anyway. He drives it all the way to the other side. Darce up in the air.
No, wrong side, wrong side, Ty.
Turn. Nicely done. So darce up in the air, chest forward. You can see the guy's gonna tap.
Sure.
Just in case you don't fall to the side, does that work on the other side, or
It's
is it
hard when you do that because every time you start to move, the ground is pulling your hand off of your own arm.
But if you go, because if you're going to do it in a kind of a gator roll to the side, you have a grip.
Yeah, but the gator roll, you're rolling all the way around.
I know, but what would stop him from just basing with that free hand? Because the other arm's tied up by the grip.
It's a good question. Maybe if he does that, you can roll all the way to the other side by doing that, but I've not had that happen. So you got a lot of power on a guy there. He puts his arm out there, he can, potentially hyperextend his elbow, but who knows? You know what I mean? Not everything works on everybody, and nothing works all the time.
Sure.
Right? You guys have any questions on that? So let's do it again. 1, 2, 3.